Good evening, my children of the night, and welcome back to I Wani Hug That Gator. Real quick, let me just make sure the audio's good. Just make sure the audio's good. Because I know last time I played this game was a little too loud. Alright, that might be good. So yeah, we're gonna continue through this, and I'm gonna continue doing horrible voice acting. Although part of my mouth is kind of cracked right now, I don't know what the word is for it, but because I don't really use chapstick that much, I kind of opened it a little too wide and it just split, so I'm in a little bit of pain, not too much, but I'm not gonna be like going crazy, or at least try not to go crazy while I'm letting it heal. Okay, that's working just fine, hopefully. I also had to do a little fiddling around with Kick because for some reason the stream chat website isn't showing any of the messages from Kick, so I have to pop the window out. Okie dokie, on with the game. Okay, what kind of voice did I give him? I think I tried giving him like a smooth voice. Not me, Ben. There's something nibbling at the corner of my thoughts at the mention of the long-necked girl. Yeah, she gave me a login. Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, she gave me my login stuff and everything. Uploading this submission was a piece of cake after all. Awesome. Though that does make you a competition now. Both Liz and I have pieces in the running too. She told me she had submitted something, yeah. I'm a bit concerned since I didn't have much time at all to prepare anything, but hey, everyone's got a chance, you know? Yeah, she was pretty cool about it too. The old friend group is pretty welcoming. I think I'm pretty lucky. Lucky? Ben seems perplexed by my statement. He said something at lunch when Olivia vanished. I'm noticing for a silent paraplegic, she sure has a lot of people upset. You got some hidden drama with her too? No, not really. Wait, two? Who? Yup, shit. Redicon calls out to us, striding over to inspect. I take it you gentlemen are conversing about your assignment together. Of course, Mr. Aikinen. We were just discussing where we'd take the pictures, right, Ben? Well, that's good then. Good thing you guys weren't talking about something off-topic like gossip. That's what Twitter's for. That would be pretty embarrassing. Would be a pretty embarrassing use of your time off the bat, I think. Especially considering you're currently the subject of some fairly humorous gossip, aren't you, Mr. Nito? Damn it, I gotta destroy that gossip stone quick. Huh. I'm watching a wave of shame from his words. I'm actually a little saddened that they didn't bring back the gossip stones in Breath of the Wild in some form or fashion. Those would have been like, or wait, did they? Did they like bring it back in some kind of way? I don't know. I mean like how they were in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. Think of all of the funny things you could do to them. Not just blasting them off or squishing them, but all the stuff you could do. I like those little jelly rocks. I look at Ben and I can see he feels it as well. If the air around someone needs clearing, clear it yourself. Icon has a point. Maybe once a friendship is established, I can learn more about her. Now I'm going to kill you with this. Alright, off you go now. And remember to get your assignment done by the end of the week. The room empties out slowly. Most of my peers are still chatting, discussing their plans for the assignment. Before I continue talking with Ben about our own project, the Stuco president is already packed up and exiting the room. Guess we'll talk later then. Packing up my own notebook, I wave goodbye to my new favorite teacher and head off to the next class. While he eerily stares at me. Walking in history class for the first time. It's about what I expect it to look like. Ancient Egypt. Pictures of historical figures, small relics in various regions. Small relics from various regions, and cartography of the Earth during its stages of the continental drift. Though I notice there's a distinct lack of teacher in the class. Must be finishing up their lunch, I assume. I'll better get a good seat now before they're all taken. Yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny. This one. Just sit on a whoopee cushion. I settle myself into my chosen desk and pull out my history book and notebook along with a pencil. As the classroom fills with more and more students, it becomes a blur of vibrant scales. A few minutes pass and I'm still wondering where the teacher is. Oh. The suddenness of the door slamming open stops... Wait. The suddenness of the door slamming open... Oh, slamming open, okay. Stops any and all noise. It's quite enough to hear a pin drop. The figure walks into the classroom and... We're gonna learn about the Earth. Oh, sweet heaven, no. He stands there and stares down at everyone, menacingly. He's the history teacher too? Nope, just another Team Fortress reference. Thanks for walking me to my classroom, Sully. Of course, Miss Prockling. Oh, thank Raptor Jesus. He isn't our teacher. What a funny she was. Or he was, though. The Raptor woman adjusts her glasses as she scans around the room before looking down at the paper in her hands. Looks like we'll have some late arrivals. But let's get down to business. I know that I introduced myself yesterday, but for any of those who weren't here, a momentary glance at me makes me believe Sully told her about my absence. Yeah, it's bound to happen. My name is Miss Prockling, and this is history class. In this course, we'll be learning about history of our primeval ancestors and their advancements through history. I would know. You can even say that it'll be like going back in time. Doesn't that sound exciting? All you have to do is just play this ocarina. Despite her admittedly forced enthusiasm, everyone in the class responds with uninterested murmuring. Not sure why though. This all sounds exciting. She walks over to her desk and places down her pile of folders before flipping open her own special version of the history book. With a click of a button, she also turns on the projector to reveal a prepared slideshow for today's lecture. To learn about the extensive history of the Saurians and their culture is something I've yearned for. If you can turn your book to page 36, we'll begin with the first chapter detailing the earliest interactions between Saurians and hominids. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Interestingly boring. Yeah. I think I jinxed myself. And my pants. Miss Prockling's class is the polar opposite of Idacon's photography class. While her introduction to the class engaged me at first, things have slowed down into an unbearably slow crawl. On all of us on our hands and knees. My eyes scan over the introductory can't talk. This is why I don't do visual novels that much. Introductory text of the first chapter. Despite the tension between the two groups, human settlers to the New World would continue to make overtures of trade to the native Velociraptor tribes. I'm sure that went over well. Pretty sure I've read this 3 times now. I tear my eyes away from the page in hopes of blinking the boredom away. I look up to see the teacher staring down at various papers on her desk with laser focus. I must have stared too long though, because I end up locked in a staring contest with Prockling. She raises an eyebrow at me, and then winks at me, and I'm like, oh no, it's one of those teachers. Okay then. Right. Write down... Well, you said right twice. I know in different ways, but... write down the notes to page 3 through 7 about the discovery of the New World. Without even fully comprehending the words before me, I'm copying the page down into the letter in my notebook. Absentmindedly, I began to recall everything that's happened so far with my new classmates. Ben carries himself with a lot of refinement. and is easily my first pick as a photography partner. But that Mia girl, dang, she thick in the neck. She doesn't seem to want to make friends. Oh no, he's talking about the red girl. Not dang it, what was her name? Can't remember her name now. Sophia? I don't know. Of course, I could have figured that out from the cold look that she gave me yesterday. Not to mention the rude hand gesture. Damien's very friendly, even if he can be a bit too enthusiastic sometimes. Liz, that's what it is. Liz. She is the one that's thick in the neck. And though my encounter with Liz was brief, I could tell she's dependable. My progress in making friends has been pretty good, all things considered. But then there's Olivia. So far, she's still an enigma, and coupled with apparent history she has with the others, makes me all the more curious about her. Liz said it would be a bad idea to get infested, but in the end it's effectively gossip and hearsay. This had to come as something that is shock to me, but... And what do we have here, Miss Halford? The sudden voice of Miss Prockling snaps me out of my thoughts. I lean my head to see if the teacher's looking down. Aw. Wait a minute, Olivia's here too? As luck would have it, I share not one but 2 classes with Olivia. Awesome. I must have been so jaded from trying to read the textbook that I didn't even notice the girl in the wheelchair. She sits in the front row diagonally in front of me. And I don't think she's noticed the strange twist of fate herself. Wait, which side diagonally? You gotta be more specific. Is she the front left or the front right? Only the second day of the school year and already dueling in class again. Smack. She proceeds to pick up the piece of paper from Olivia's desk. Looks like she's been drawing on it though. Wait, looks like she's been drawing on it, though I can't tell what they are from where I'm sitting. Really? Listen, Olivia, I know history isn't the most exciting subject to learn, but could you at least pretend that you're taking notes? The only response I hear from Olivia is a heavy sigh before leaning her head back down. Ah, I love defiant girls. While the teacher returns to skulking around the room, Olivia hunches over a notebook. Although I don't think those are notes she's taking. Nah, no one would do something like that with the totalitarian, I guess, teacher patrolling the room. It's an attempt to get all of us to focus, but I'm fighting back a losing battle to keep my eyelids from shutting. My jaw is clenched tight to suppress the loud yawn building inside, even as Miss Prockling skulks right past me. Just before my drowsiness can overtake me, though, I notice a minute movement in the corner of my eye. One of my classmates glances up at the teacher, whose eyes are rovering over the opposite side of the room and down to scribble something down. That was weird. The paper is then folded into a neat little note, and I watch as the next person carefully unfolds a sheet and also scribbles on it, before folding it and passing it along. Ooh, I love this game. It's called Pass a Note Around and Try Not to Get Caught. Curiosity thoroughly piqued. I wait anxiously in my seat for the paper to get to me. It's a dangerous game, passing the note along so Prockling doesn't see me. If I'm participating, does that make me a slacker? The student to the side... Wait, the student... The student to my side makes his move to toss the note over. Oh. But Prockling starts turning around right then. He flinches and drops the hot potato on my desk in a flash. I nearly slammed my own paper over the page to cover it from sight. Miss Brooklyn continues to lecture about the raptors and humans, and how they mostly killed half of them. Eventually started to get along along because they traded narcotic leaves or something. That's how you become friends with raptors. You just give them a little bit of weed. Why didn't they do that in Jurassic Park? Would have made friends with all of them. Nobody would have had to die. Just give them a little bit of weed. And as you can see on the board here, now, I love my paper. Luckily, there's plenty of space left. As for what everyone else has drawn, a not so solid attempt at a race car, rough sketches of some eyes, a bunch of doodles of what? Names in various stylized fonts that I can only describe as graffiti, and, of course, it's not high school if someone hasn't drawn a penis. This brockling with stink lines coming off her. Yeesh, better not get caught with this one. That being said, I'm drawing a blank. What should I draw? I don't exactly doodle every day. Drawing stuff for others is a nice gesture. Maybe I'll try to break the ice a bit. Although I don't really know anything about her. Hey, can't hurt to try though, right? I can think of a few things to sketch out here. Let's see. Sweet, we actually get to draw, which is gonna be hard for me because I'm left-handed and I'm using a mouse. I wonder what happens if I just leave it blank. What should I draw? I'm actually drawing a blank now too. I already drew Olivia once, but I guess I'll do it again. Yeah, it's hard drawing with a mouse. I have no idea how I was able to do it successfully a long time ago. I made her fingers too small. Oh well. Wow, it's like I didn't draw her before. Meanwhile, Miss Procklin catches me and even she's not impressed. sucks. Honestly, the first sketch that I did of her when I first played this was a lot better. It was only a head, but... Sucks. Ugh. If I wanted to like make it perfect, I'd be here all night. I don't have time for that. And done. I didn't have a lot of room to really work with, but as surreptitiously, but I surreptitiously admire my work, I find. Okay. Bet I have a long way to go. Yeah. It feels like I'm being mogged by the other doodles. Alright, Olivia's sure to like this. Miss Brockling is still turned around. Alright. Hey, Kura. We're gonna be here all night getting it perfect. No, I wouldn't do that to you. Also, nice to see you again, Kura. I missed you. Hardly haven't had anybody watching anymore. No, I'm not gonna do it. I already drew a picture anyway. You saw that. And here we go. It's a bit tricky and I hesitate, but the paper meets its destination. The final destination. She doesn't even look back, just takes the paper eagerly. It's completely different from how she was acting earlier. Her tail is even swaying side to side. Oh, is that wagging? Huh. Alright, now she's gonna see my sketch and possibly think I'm cool. Nope. She's not turning around. Well, it's not much, so it could also just... Uh-oh. I'll be taking that. Miss Brockling snatches the paper from Olivia's claws and holds her arms out. As she holds her arms out. A killjoy. She takes a glance at the paper and a small crack of smile appears on her face before going back to its stoic visage. Wait, why did she have a little smile? So, is this how you view me? Come on, man. Focus. So, is this how you view me, Miss Halford? Brockling holds up the paper for all us to see. Everyone in the class does their best to avoid her persecuting gaze. I know that most of you are part of this as well. Look, I'm not asking for much, but please do your assignments when you're in class. It's the least you can do. We were just passing a note at the time. Wait. We were just passing a note at the time. She wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, how come all of us are in trouble? I noticed Brockling looked down at Olivia for a moment before laying out a sigh of defeat. Look, since it's only the second day, I'll let this one slide. But I'm warning you now that I won't be so lenient next time this happens. The next happens. Jeez. Otherwise, you'll end up like the last student who decided to be disruptive during class. What happened to him? Get a detention slip or something? Miss Brockling pulls up the window blinds and pushes the window screen open. She then takes out a walkie-talkie. Sully. Yep. Another hippie. Seat H4. Shit. Good job, soldier. That was an amazing killing spree. Now, if we can, let's continue. Yeah, I'd be shitting myself too. We were on the second floor. I sink back in my seat and continue writing, while also praying. Mainly out of unaltered fear of the experience of the same wrath from the teacher. Man, now I feel guilty for Olivia. I was the one who passed her in the note after all. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Well, I can always apologize after class. Ms. Brockling places the note and continues with her lecture for another half hour. With 10 minutes to class left, I see Brockling look at the clock above the door. I then notice Olivia grabbing her attention. As if she knew what she was already going to say, the teacher nods her head. Olivia grabs her backpack and shoves all of her things into it. In silence, she wheels herself to the door, opens it, and rolls on out. Gators, roll out! The teacher must have noticed me watching her leave. Accommodations. Well, there goes my chance of saying sorry to her. Feeling defeated, I decide to focus on writing down my notes for the rest of the time left. Although I do wonder... I also wonder... She must have noticed in my doodle. Did she just ignore it then? Class comes and goes, and I head back home on the metro. Alright, so how you guys been tonight? How's it hanging with you, Kura? Another day, another dollar. Though this time I pass on the mini breakfast burritos. After how bad they messed me up during PE yesterday, I don't want my stomach to endure that torture again. Dealing with stuff. What kind of stuff? Work? The usual. What's the usual? Instead, I just got a few hash browns from a fast food joint by the metro. That kind of sounds like an even worse idea, depending on where you got them. I idly scroll through my feed, as I usually do while the metro jostles about to my destination. It's been a few days now, and the strange scent of extremely cheap detergent and alcohol have become an afterthought. Ew. Some of the vines are actually plastic, and the flowers are little air fresheners. It's not exactly something buses should do that. They should put like little air fresheners up, that would be nice. Disguise them as flowers. It's not actually something I noticed, more so witnessed when a passenger tried eating one. Some of the vines are real though. For some reason they go untouched anyways. Maybe they're just not tasty? Vegetarians don't eat the grass in their lawns after all. Right? Huh. Also, this game likes to make a few stabs at vegans. I don't know why. I'm not really into veganism myself. I love my meat. But I don't step on anybody's toes as long as they don't try to step on mine. Excuse me. Vegetarian and vegan are similar yet different. Really? People actually like vegetarians. Well, okay, well you're gonna have to educate me then. And now I sound stupid. Anyways, the lights have gone out and someone just dropped a wrecking ball next to me. It was Miley Cyrus. Must be Mr. Ferris.
Good morning, Inko.
Good morning. Has work been fine? Been going fine?
It has. Slowly, but I'm very thorough. I hate the idea of a place learning not being...
Come on.
Being an ideal place to learn. And I appreciate our talks. Your perspective has really helped me understand the student body more.
You're welcome. Hey, have you given any more thought to the fashion thing?
I have, although I can't say I really get it.
There's plenty to see everywhere if you just look around.
Really? Like what?
Well, like, look at that girl on the other end of the car there. Isn't she just boobalicious?
I'm married.
It's
rather revealing. I don't think that's really for me. I love my wife.
I just mean as an example.
Well, there's an event coming up. I could see about trying something new. What would you recommend?
That's a good question. What would be good use here? In my inner eye, I conceptualize the coolest possible Ferris. The fresh machine is going through full throttle. First, sunglasses. His eyes may be a little too far apart for that. However, beanie. Moving on. Big guns, fresh jacket. Oh my gosh. There we go. The coolest possible Ferris.
Mr. Nito?
Sorry, just thinking. Just thinking of you as a biker. Why don't we start with... I picked sunglasses last time because I like sunglasses, but I don't know, let's see what happens when I get a beanie. Vegetarians will eat milk. You mean drink milk? We don't eat milk, it's not a solid, silly. Unless it's powdered milk. Vegetarians will eat milk and drink eggs. Oh, you did that on purpose. Vegans will also... Well, vegans also on a diet of vegetables do not eat things that come from a thing with a face. Vegans are typically let you know that they are vegan without you asking, as the stereotype goes. Oh yeah. I'm not a fan. But yeah, that's surprising. So vegetarians still drink milk. I don't get it. But yeah, I'm not. The vegan teacher has ruined it for me, okay? Alright, she's made me lose a lot of respect for the community. Her and this other crazy girl that I think is her daughter, but I don't know, I think that's just a joke. That lady up in Australia that like just barges into supermarkets and stuff and yells at people for eating meat. But yeah, I love my meat. Anytime I see an angry vegan, they'll see me there eating a nice juicy steak in front of them.
Those all sound rather expensive.
Yeah, they are. You know what? Try a gold chain necklace.
A what?
Yeah, just make sure it's appropriately sized so it doesn't look silly. I'm sure it'd go a long way, and they're pretty cheap to get.
Gold. Cheap to get, huh?
Where's the music come from?
Well, alright. I'll take your word for it. We sure talk about fashion a lot, though. Is that really all everything's about these days? Sadly. Oh, of course not. What do you want to know about? What's YOLO mean? Oh my gosh. I've heard the term thrown around recently.
That was like 5 years ago. Well, people still use it.
Oh. Well, I am a fossil, so...
Mr. Ferris and I talk more about contemporary urban slang until we arrive at our stop. Yeah, the new one today is skibbity toilet. Get with the times, man. It's such an influential word in video. So influential that apparently they're making a movie about it. Or at least I hope that's a joke. Gosh. People get so much attention with one video about a guy singing with his head in a toilet, coming out of a toilet. Meanwhile, I'm having a hard time getting viewers to watch my stuff. How am I doing wrong? Do I need to be intentionally stupid or something? Hey, Starry, how are you doing? It's been a long time since I've seen you. Ah, art. Mr. Idacon had just started talking about our first project for the class. Say what now? What do you mean say what? I've missed you. I missed everybody. For the past week, nobody's showed up. It's kind of left me a bit depressed. I mean, I'm still down in the dumps, but it hasn't exactly helped me. Oh yeah, I added a whole bunch of new stuff you can throw. Some of them are like the older ones that I had a long time ago, but I've added a few newer things. Typically, the ones you would want to associate are the ones that don't mind people eating meat. If you're a vegetarian or vegan friend, say that your consumption of meat will end the world. Probably look elsewhere for friendship. Yeah. Spoilers, meat will not end the world. There's enough cows and chickens to go around. Protesting this past week. Protesting? Dare I ask what you were protesting and why you would protest? As soon as he said the word, Olivia's hand had shut up. Oh, I like it when she's happy. She's also floating. Witchcraft. Her gray eyes sparkled in excitement, and a smile threatened to crush the perpetual frown etched on her snout. The girl vibrates in her seat and uses witchcraft to levitate. She waves her arms in the air, trying to get the teacher's attention. Idacon's own smile was strained as he and Olivia engaged in a staring contest with one another. Now, Olivia, how many times have I told you not to practice the dark arts in my class? Save it for science. It gonna involve in politics, possibly. I can't say here. Oh, come on. Come on, Starry. You don't want to get into that stuff, plus protesting is just a huge waste of time. It's not gonna get anybody anywhere. When has protesting ever worked? I could only marvel at the two as the two argue with each other without a single word. Eventually, Idacon won by turning on the lights and turning on a cheap projector hanging from the ceiling, and playing a safety video about paint that felt far too graphic for school or a school setting. I don't think I'll be able to eat a barbecue for a while. Thoroughly defeated, Olivia crossed her arms and pouts in her seat. Aw. And that is why we won't be using any more exotic materials for any projects, Miss Halford. Maybe I should have just skipped breakfast entirely. I still don't see the problem.
Once you've all had proper safety handling course, in the second semester, you'll be allowed to use oil-based paints. Until that time, however, all assignments will require safer supplies. Now, since we've pivoted to this, might as well finish the full video. Aww. The grumpy gator holds a hand to her throat, mumbling to herself as she grabs a metal flask and drinks from it. Aww. Yeah, speaking of which, I need a drink. All USPS locations are protesting against privatization. I guess, but that doesn't mean you should get into it either. You're smarter than this. Where'd she get the flask from? She always has it on her. I think it's because she's a gator that she needs it. It's supposed to be a water canteen. No, she has alcohol in it. No, I think it's because she's a gator that she always needs water. I don't know. I don't think it ever explained that. But yes, ow. But yes, some schools allow you to have like canteens and water bottles with you. Mine did. I think it could only have water though. My point still stands, Starry. Protesting is a waste of time and you're better than this. And hopefully you weren't... No, something stuck on my head. What is it? Get off. There we go. And I trust that you weren't protesting out in the cold. Really? Okay. The entire display from her... Even my throat's all scratchy right now. It wasn't even cold out, and I was booked that day. So did you go protesting, or were you doing something else? The entire display from her was mystifying, at odds with how Ben and Liz described Olivia. In fact, it kind of reminded me of... me. I can understand why. After all, Idacon has been letting Ben and I use some of his equipment in photography. A thrill of experimentation, of new possibilities. No doubt that brings a creative sparkle to our eyes. Eyes that fill with pure malice as they glare daggers my way. Oh, was I staring? Oops. Before I could offer an apology, she already had her hands on the wheels. Uh-oh. No, didn't have the time. Good! Smarter use of your time. She rolls over to Idacon's desk and leans forward intently. I can't make out anything that's said through the video, but going by the occasional glare back, it's not that hard to imagine. Crap, I really didn't mean to offend. Oops. Idacon notices I'm watching and motions me to come forward. I slowly shift out of my seat and approach the desk. Alright, is something going on here? Idacon speaks in a hushed tone. Oh. That wasn't hushed. Just loud enough for me to hear over the makeshift matinee. Olivia's telling me that you're making goofy faces at her. That's not a goofy face, this is a goofy face.
I wish my model had goofy faces I can make. No! I said he's been staring at me all through class. Huh. It's weird. Like he's never seen someone like me. Can you move him to a different seat? Now, hold on a sec there, Olivia. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm sure this is just a misunderstanding. Mr. Idacon! It's like she's a different person here. Look. She fishes out a canteen of water and brings it to her mouth. You're giving a lot of leeway when it comes to a seat assignment, but asking for something like this. I mean, you can technically do that if someone's like messing with you or bullying you, right? You can have the teacher move seats. Just want him to leave me alone. She sips again. What's that about? Well then, Inko, you tell us. What's on your mind? Can't have disagreements between classmates this early in the year. I'm confused. I didn't know there were any disagreements between us. Well, sometimes it's the little things you do that you don't even think about that affect people the most. Anything like that come to mind? I shake my head. Olivia's glare doesn't diminish away from my field of view. I mean, I've been a bit curious about her since we sit next to each other, and I'm friends with some of her friends. We all sat together at lunch yesterday. Idacon nods to himself thoughtfully. Sounds like he just wants to hang out, Olivia. Her face scrunches at the mere thought. Not really interested. He's distracting me from classwork. I want to watch the video without being gawked at. Sorry, I didn't mean it. Does that resolve the issue for you, Olivia? No. I don't want somebody in this class. Wait. I don't want somebody... Oh, somebody. Okay. I don't want somebody in this class. I don't know how I actually read that as somebody. I'm gonna be kicking myself after that. It takes more than just switching seats. Not really. Have each other like on opposite sides of the room so they don't mess with you. She goes to take another sip. Unless the teacher is like very incompetent and doesn't get everybody to shut up like they should. Like my English class. It's like my English teacher had no power in that classroom. True story. Safe to say that I didn't get through English that well because of the loud class. She goes to take another sip but ends up turning the canteen upside down. All out. Olivia, you can go fill that up if you want. You won't be missing anything. The video's nothing you don't already know, I'm sure. Olivia eyes me suspiciously, like I'm sus or something, and slowly moves out the door towards the nearest water fountain. The door is the other way. Idacon sighs. Alright. He leans back in his chair with his arms resting behind his head. Inko, I told you yesterday if the air needs clearing, then to do it yourself. Now she's in a mood because you're staring at her like a weirdo. And here I thought you two would get along. She even gave you that sketch that she made of you. Truthfully, I'm impressed, but here we are. What's going on, big guy? Again, sorry. It's been a pretty busy few days. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I've gotten into a cool friend group. We're all gonna sit together at lunch. Olivia's there too. She doesn't say much, but I got her a soda. I don't know why she's so upset at me. I got her a soda.
Oh, I think I know why. You got her a Coke, right? She's a Pepsi person.
Shit! Coke is all they had.
It's nothing personal, Inko.
It's not.
She's reticent, especially when it comes to change.
Reticent. I've never seen that word before. Give me a minute. I'm not looking this up. Reticent. Not revealing one's thoughts or feelings readily. Oh yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Especially when it comes to change.
They make you sit at the same table as someone you don't get along with, hoping the two would become friends. Or pair up in assignments. Well, I mean, if it gets too far and you go to the principal about it, then I'm sure they can do something about it.
If you're at her lunch period too, I can see why she'd be aware of you.
If you don't mind me asking, Mr. Idacon.
Yes?
Why is she so open to you? With you?
How do you mean?
Just now she spoke more in the conversation than in all other times I've seen her yesterday. I saw the canteen, I figured it's something to do with her voice, but it's surprising.
Her water bottle's the only way around. It's unfortunate, but she's just really rarely talks at all.
Wait, her water bottle's the other way around. Yeah, I guess she just gets like really hard throat, so she always has to have water with her.
It's unfortunate, but she just really rarely talks at all. And I guess she just really trusts me. I've known her since she was a freshman. She seemed to gravitate towards art and how I taught it, and soon enough I took her under my wing. In a literal sense. See, I can make that joke.
But she lives with Damien, right? He's at lunch at the table and she still barely talks to him.
Poor kid. I hope he's doing alright.
He seems to be alright. But yeah, she's distant to everyone else. Most of the time they don't do anything to stop it, until I kicked a bully down a half flight of stairs. Did that really happen? So much so I keep hearing weird things about her. Idacon leans forward in his chair, suddenly attentive.
Is this about your gossip with Ben yesterday?
A bit. He showed up to the table and said something about her being the same after she left. Probably some drama there, but I don't want to pry. He nods. But also, Liz told me some weird things too.
Ah, you throw your friends under the bus without a moment's hesitation. You'll go far.
He stops nodding.
I know of her. Is something wrong?
No, she's just... What she just said I shouldn't get invested in her being her friend. In being her friend. Everyone's being real weird about it, so I was curious for myself. Guess that's why I was looking at her weird, sorry. Idacon rubs his temples. And his churches.
Ay. It's worse than I thought.
What is?
I'll put it this way. You met 3 people that know Olivia, other than me. Of the 3, only one thinks highly of her, and the other 2 start unloading drama on anyone willing to listen. In this case, you. No wonder you're confused. You have horrible influences. I hadn't thought of it like that. I don't blame you. You shouldn't be involved in anything stupid. High schoolers, you know. I guess. Idacon inhales, collecting his thoughts. Important question then. Do you really want to be Olivia's friend? Huh? I mean, I guess. Yes or no? A judging eyebrow is raised my way. And a stink eye was given to me immediately. Oops, shit. Are you really, or just curious about her? He seems pretty serious about this. She is my adoptive daughter, after all. Yes, then. Olivia returns to class and rolls right up to the desk. Back. Yes, it was to send a message, and it was enough to send her to the ER. I made sure she didn't rat me out by taking her bracelet. Starry! That is horrible. That is a horrible thing to do. I'm surprised he didn't get in trouble for that. That's like a nuclear revenge. Have you changed his desk yet? Idacon nudges his head towards me expectantly, prodding me on. I'm sorry I distracted you during class, Olivia. She looks at Idacon and gets a similar nod. Sure. I mean, you're welcome. I mean, thanks. Shit. But, no, really, I don't want to be distracted. Come on now, Olivia. The least you could do is give him another chance. You never know. I don't really want to know. I get he's, like, friends with Damien, but I don't really want to, you know, not in this class. But I'd like to be your friend. Hee. She stops and raises an eyebrow. Lots of those going around recently, yeah. Like she was expecting this response. She looks to Idacon for help. Actually, Olivia, I also think that he'd make a good friend for you. What? His words were like a battering ram. I'm simply saying to give Inko here a chance. I could almost see the imaginary bulwark. Wait. Oh, that's me. I could almost see the imaginary bulwark she hid behind slowly crumbling from what Idacon was saying. You are both quite similar at heart, though you may have different methods, and are of different race. Perhaps you'll find some compromise between the cynicism and naivety if you work together. Finally, the last fragments of her imaginary fortress collapse. Olivia can only look at the teacher with timid confusion painted across her features. Well... I don't... Are you for real, Mr. Idacon? Idacon? I am. He's actually in another class of mine. I've seen him. He's passionate about his camera like you are with a brush. And I do expect great things from him. Right, Mr. Inko? You will produce great things, won't you? His feather turns into a gun. Okay. Sorry, I really thought, Oh! Oops, she accidentally bit her tongue. Aw. Her mouth is clamped shut. It's just my opinion. You can make your own choices, Olivia. She nods furiously. Oop, the movie is about to end. Can you really call that a movie? You two should get back to your seats. We good here? Olivia side-eyes me again and nods once more. Alright. Motions for us to skedaddle.
Olivia backs away to her spot. Thanks, Mr. Idacon. For what? I just gave my opinion. I'll still smack your ass. I'm serious. It's up to the two of you if you want to be friends. Don't screw it up. He waves me off again and gets up to flip the lights. Don't get the fourth ending. I get back to my seat and stare absentmindedly at the projector screen as I digest Idacon's words. He said he only gave his opinion, but it seems like he also gave me an opportunity to take the right steps in connecting with Olivia. She bullied me first for months, and what I did was last resort. I get that, but geez, like I said, that's nuclear. That's a nuclear revenge. At least she's still alive. And with that he said about her being passionate with a brush, it's gotten me even more curious about her artistic prowess. Speaking of whom, I noticed that she occasionally gives me a side eye. I don't think she could see my eyes due to the dim lighting combined with my shades, which I shouldn't have. She stares at me with a sense of strange curiosity, almost as she's trying to get a read on me from my face alone, which is gonna be really hard. I'm basically Slenderman's cool cousin. From what I can tell by her facial cues, she seems to be confused and almost shaken up. It's like she wants to say something, but keeps on backing away at the last second. Guess her mind is also jostling around from Idacon's words. Wow, that actually got my eyes a little bit. Hold on a minute. Hold up. No one else is in the hallway and no cameras were at the stairwell. Still, come on. Now you're making me worried about hanging out with you in real life. Our teacher flicks the light switch and I feel my retina burn from the bright lamp lights even with my sunglasses. I had to stand up for myself. Yeah, well, I don't know. Alright, normally in your first week we'd be doing something simple, like a color swatch wheel. However, I think you all can manage something a bit more advanced. The Gator girl's head whipped around at the word advanced. Whatever Olivia was thinking before regarding me seems to have been forgotten. She focuses almost entirely on the teacher. Or you rather me to be defenseless. I rather you like go to the principal and stuff about it, or like find a way to get evidence that she's like messing with you. Violence should be like the very, very, very last resort, especially since in this time and age you can really get into some serious trouble. Because sadly, some kids have parents that can and will try to sue you. You get a lot of teachers that can't do anything because of that. Trust me, there were a lot of asshole students when I used to work as Sonic that would come in. I would love nothing more than to smack their little asses around. Sadly, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing we could do except for call the police. And even they couldn't really do much but get them out. First things first, I'd like you all to fill out these topic sheets so that I know you understand how to safely handle oil-based paints. Last thing we need is another burnt-down classroom. The way Idacon says those words makes me imagine some pretty horrible outcomes. Once you've finished your sheets, bring them to me so I can review them. I'll be giving you permission sheets after I know you lot won't see yourselves. Wait. I'll be giving you the permission sheet after I know you lot won't set yourselves on fire or poison yourselves. The Alisor guy in the front of me hands back the stack and I take the page from it, before handing the rest to the Diplo girl behind me. I scan over the sheet. What grade of mass do snouts longer than 3 inches require? And a realization hits me. I didn't see the first half of that video. I scan over the page and I groan when I see questions I have no answers for. All of them pertaining to dinosaur anatomy. Oh boy. The art teacher looks directly at me and then to the side. I try to decipher his meaning and follow his eyes. Oh! I turn to my seat and look closer to Olivia. Hey, What? What now? What? What is it? I'm not gonna let you draw me. What the hell? Looking at her paper, I see she's already answered the questions I couldn't. I show her my page, tapping the upper section that was still blank. Olivia groans and looks to Mr. Idacon pleadingly. All she gets for her troubles is a thumbs up. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Here. She holds out her sheet for me. Wait, isn't this cheating? The art teacher wouldn't... When did he get to his desk? Why does he have a sleeping mask on? If I look over the answers, I still learn the safety procedures. So what's the difference in the end? That must be what he's thinking. Either that or he doesn't care. I copied the words from Olivia's sheet, doing my best to at least rephrase them. Some of my classmates are already walking up to Idacon's desk. He's barely reading the pages, not even taking the sleeping mask off. Ah, very competent teacher. Thanks, Olivia. Whatever. Teachers, principals, superintendent, mother, nothing worked. Well, no offense, but I don't think you can get any help from your mom. Mom's retired teacher, don't forget. What did she major in, not being a proper parent? Sorry. Olivia finishes her pages in a few seconds and wheels herself to the desk too. The last answer I'm fairly confident on. Like what flashpoint means. I get up and go to Idacon's desk and set my safety assessment down. Good, here's a permission slip to use hazardous paints. I didn't even bother to look over my worksheet. He lifts the eye mask from his face and looks at me with one eye. What? Most of that stuff doesn't apply to you, Inko. Just don't drink the paint or get in your eyes and you'll be okay. Yes, Mr. Edicon. Atta boy! Now go back to your desk and wait for class to end. Before I kick it. Tomorrow I'll be starting you all on something simple. Like painting a cube or a ball. Or on your head. Yeah, model dodgeball painting. Wow. The eye mask drops down and I return my seat. Very funny, Teach. You're full of sarcasm. But I can't help it. The class clock reads 5 minutes until lunch. Olivia's back to leering at me. I consider what I should say, what I should do or say, some sort of icebreaker. And then I remember I have an ice-breaking pickaxe on my backpack and I start using that. Mr. Idicon said we're similar, and I could see somewhat of what he means. But I'm a photographer and she's a painter. So a cubist and a daddyist. A cubist and a dadaist walk into a bar. What? I don't remember that, but then again there was a lot of stuff that I remember from this game. I just finished it like a couple weeks ago too. Have a good lunch now. The moment the bell rings, Olivia shoves most of her things into her backpack. Not carrying her notebook gets crushed. Once she zips up, she races out of the classroom. Guess she doesn't want to get caught in the chaos of the lunchroom stampede. This would have never happened if my parents would have put me in martial arts while in preschool. The thing where you knocked the bully down a staircase was preschool? I managed to avoid getting stuck in the frenzy by shuffling along the wall, long way around the lunchroom. It's a bit longer, but at least there's less risk of getting used to improvised meat club. Hey, why don't I just go through the courtyard? It's right there next to the table. Yeah, why don't I just do that? Damn it. Next time. Hey, is there a palm tree or something by the table now? Never seen one with a trunk that's green. I get around the last of the crowd and approach the table. Damien's here chowing down on a sandwich stacked with various meats. And like yesterday, Olivia's already at the table. It was in high school when I kicked her. Oh, okay. I was about to say, if you're in preschool, that's even worse. Hey, Damien. You seen Liz? Thought she was joining us for lunch. Without a word, Damien points to the palm tree next to us. Oh crap, that's no tree. I look up to see Liz's head in the rafters, prodding at the vines on the ceiling. The ceiling was a lot lower in the computer lab, so I couldn't tell as easily, but that neck is long and thick. Anyways. Hey, Liz. Hey, Eiko. Couldn't see you from up here. Oh, couldn't see you from up here till I heard you. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and get my food from the vending machine again. Making my way over to the vending machines, I do the same song and dance I did last time. A card swipe, a few button presses later, earn me a couple cans of soda, 2 bags of chips, and a few candy bars. And one of them got stuck. It's like when the teacher asks if you brought enough candy for everyone. Only now it's true. I mean, you don't have to share. I head back to the table, the bundle of foodstuffs in my makeshift pouch, and distribute them. Olivia gets her share, but she doesn't say anything. Ah, sweet! Ah, why thank you, Inko. Damien, if you could be so kind. Already on it. Damien cracks open a can of soda just as Liz lowers her head to next to him. She's wearing a novelty soda cap. He was number 1! That has to be the joke, right? He then speed swaps the old can with a new one, almost like he's swapping wheels on a Formula 1 car. Formula 1 race car. What? Racer, what? How am I seeing these words? What's wrong with my eyes? Thank you. No problemo. Okay, Jonathan. Liz head screams back up to the top of the ceiling to continue eating the foliage. So, Nico, how's your day been so far? It's been pretty decent, I'd say. I'm almost looking forward to the photography, since Ben will show me some good photo spots. Cool. Damien just nods as he continues to munch on his sandwich. I think he's zoned out about halfway through my sentence. Oh, and also, Liz helped me submit my contest entry. Awesome! You can always rely on Liz to help you out. Flattery will get you nowhere, Damien. Just saying the honest truth. Liz entered the contest too, right? Everyone must be trying to win cash prize. The money is okay. Liz comes down again with a mouthful of leaves. Her hands hold up a tray with each segment filled with different sauce. But the real prize is having your submission featured on the sponsored magazine's cover and in a featured article. How is she still articulate? Do you have any idea how great that looks on the resume? Heck, I could probably get a scholarship with that alone. Whoa, you really got this all planned out. What'd you submit? She takes a moment to swallow her salad and then she shares a huge grin. I submitted the best digital art piece. Oh, okay. Good night, Starry. Sweet dreams. Uh-oh, what is it? Here. The tray is set aside so she can bring on her phone to show Damien and me her entry. It looks to be a village townhouse piece. Very rustic and classy. It looks pretty good. Yo, that's so cool. That looks so realistic. Thanks. She took a photo, didn't she? Thanks. Took me a bit of a week to really blend some of the more fanciful elements into each other. Oh. Wait, did she paint it? I thought she was a photographer too. I based it off my grandfather's home from the old country. This is amazing. You can't even tell that this whole thing's digital art at all. Oh, it is digital art. Okay. Damien grabs hold of Liz's phone and turns it towards Olivia. Hey, Olivia! She jumps up, having been suddenly made relevant to the conversation she was just spectating. What? I'm not giving these chips back. They're mine. Huh? I was just gonna show you Liz's entry. Olivia narrows her eyes and leans over to see the image on Liz's phone. She then looks up and gives Damien a quick nod before returning to eating her chips. Damien's smile falters a little at her minimal response, though he's back to his usual grin as Liz takes back her phone. Wow, Liz, I didn't know you were so into digital painting. Okay, so no, yeah, it's digital. Okay. I get it. That looks great. Do you plan on being an artist after graduating? Aw, thanks. Well, no, I don't plan on being an artist per se. Plan is to be an antiques dealer, specifically with art. What's that mean? It means she buys the splattered canvases everyone else just uses for money laundering. Har. No, it'll be the real deal stuff. There's a real market out there for it. So I'm taking the AP business class and using the school's prestigious art program. That's actually why I picked this place out. There's a real elite selection of graduates from here. Oh, you're the school treasurer too, right? Sure am. I'm doing everything to make sure I'm ready for the real deal. I do love painting though. It's not just ends to means. Maybe that's why I want to get into trading. I can get the right people the right art they need. That's very thoughtful. Huh. I should start thinking of my future more. I wonder what Olivia thinks about all this, if it even interests her. Damien is just exaggeratedly nodding his head up and down, and I don't know if he's agreeing with Liz or headbanging to some tune playing in his head. I look to the side to see Olivia staring down at the chips bag, looking pensive. I guess I'm not the only one that's a bit worried about her long-term plans after school. About our long-term plans after school compared to Liz. But we got the whole year still. What about you, Damien? Don't really have a big goal set. Only reason I'm going here is because the closest school to our home. Damien, you know I keep telling you about planning ahead. I know, but I like keeping my options open. So what are you doing in school? So what are you doing in school? I just picked out any class that seemed interesting to me. Though I gotta say, home economics class is pretty fun. I get to make food in class and eat it too. From learning skills in a class like that, you'd be a perfect husband. Yeah. Wait, what? What? But to get back to my point, the art contest. If I win and get that interview, it's an insane advantage. I'll say. By the by, Olivia, did you submit something for the art contest? Oh. She looks away, slightly deflated. Oh. No. Oh, whoops. Really? Oh crap, I might have a chance then. Hey, Liz. What? Hey, Liz, that sounded a certain way. Sorry, I didn't mean it like that. Olivia rolls her eyes and merely goes back to munching on her chips. Mr. Idacon said you were really into painting. And I really like the portrait of me you made. Whoa, she what? Her suspicious leers are now replaced by a murderous glare. Yep, lunch is the perfect time to eat my feet. I haven't actually seen any of her real work, only something she's done out of boredom. Olivia's eyes close as she inhales deeply, the air of neutrality returning to her once she reopens them. She looks me up and down again, even though she's looking the other way, as though something will be different this time. Can't. What's that mean? Besides, even if I could, they're gonna be looking for the best artist here. So you gotta show that to them with how good your art is. But I just don't want them to look at me and feel like they have to give me a reward out of pity. Damien's face is frozen mid-bite, his sandwich losing his me integrity by the second as if his eyes flick between Olivia and I. I can practically hear the blaring alarm in his head as his brain catches fire trying to connect the dots. I want to be judged for my art alone. Wait. I want to be judged for my art and not. Olivia struggles to formulate the next few words and lets out a weary sigh. It would just feel undeserved. How? Yeah, how? Hey man, shh. Has it ever happened before? Do people really do that? You weren't there for it. Some losers used to even tell me to take advantage of it. Why not? Uh-oh. That was a bad... Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got in this position. Dude, seriously? For real? Why? So I constantly get reminded of myself? So I can't separate myself from my work? So I can't get complacent? So I can get complacent being worse? So I can eventually rely on it? So that playing field can be even? That's a lot of all at once. I'm not even sure I got all that, but I definitely touched a nerve I shouldn't have. No, sorry. Olivia brushes her hair down. Look, I don't want to get awards and praise I haven't earned. I'm seriously not that good. I really wouldn't win. She sighs and takes a long sip of cola. Damn it, I'm a Pepsi person. Can I see some of your work? No. And she really doesn't put herself... she really shouldn't put herself down like that. Let me raise my thing up a little bit. See if that helps me read everything better. Okay, I get it. A lot of students here are crazy good at art. Some are probably better now than I ever will be, and they're just starting. It's pretty scary to think about. I mean, like that landscape of the city near the principal's office. Landscape? Hold on, I took a shot of it. It's a bit tough getting my camera out now with all the books I needed for class in the way. I lay out the contents of my backpack, taking my treasured DSLR out last. After finding the shot in question in the menus, I turned the display towards everyone else so they could see the glamour shot. A freshman made that painting. Just from looking at it, I can see why it won first place. I drew that. Oh. Her name is on it, isn't it? My brain finally makes a connection with the signature on the mural. That was you? Is it that much of a shocker to you? Quite a bit, yeah. It looks amazing. I mean, it's whatever. Had to have some dumb guide help me out, so it isn't like I was the one who did it all. So when you say you can't enter, it's because you already won once? Yeah, basically. She looks away from us, eating her chips in silence. I've heard the expression of being one's worst critic, but I never expect Olivia to kick herself this hard. Yeah, that's a truism. I don't know any critic who's proud of themselves, and if they are, they're very egotistic. I'm mentally kicking myself thrice over just for thinking the last part. What? Something wrong, Liz? Did she bite her tongue or something? Why is she imitating one of those pitcher plants right now? Liz? What's with the look, long neck? Just surprised to see you in better spirits is all. You're making it weird. Don't make it weird. Stop making it weird. Yeah, it's been ages, Olivia. To think a Randy like Inky here got you to open up just like this in just 2 days. I said just twice, even though it wasn't in the thing. He gestures to me. What'd you do, man? The girl in question freezes. Damien's thoughtless comments having thrust her into self-awareness. Whoops. And she just leaves. Olivia, wait! She's gone. Gone with the wind. Well, she did give a warning. Yeah. I was just excited she was making good progress. The rest of the lunch we'd spent trying to talk to Liz about art process. Damien looked like he wanted to try to bring Olivia back into the conversation, but no one had any idea where she had gone. Still, a part of me thinks she wants to talk. So why doesn't she? Sadly, a question for another time, as Olivia's departure seems to signal the end of lunch. At least Liz and Damien wave goodbye, leaving me to clean up all the trash from the table, including everything I had removed from my backpack. Darn it. Photography class comes and goes. Since we're partners, Idacon gives Ben and I the green light to walk around the campus. Ben shows me around to see his prime photo spots as such, and as such, becomes my impromptu tour guide. It's actually pretty neat to see the parts of the school that I haven't explored yet until now. Places like the music hall and recreational pool were the most interesting to see. Hey, it's Gurga! Currently at the courtyard, Ben points out the views of the outer landscapes around the school. No wonder why Ben was so eager to show me. These views are impeccable. But while he's explaining the image he has in his head, my mind still wanders back to Olivia. I wonder what I did to make her express herself so much. Inko? Inko! Huh? I was asking if you'd be able sometime during the weekend to take photos. I don't think I read that right. Oh, I'm free on Saturday. Excellent. We can meet back here. Sounds good. As we head back to class, I began to think if there's something I can do in my history class. Back in history class, Miss Procklin continues prattling on about, and after a final offensive that left the entire city of Triceroptis destroyed, the Chthonian hegemony was defeated, bringing an end to their crimes against both Dino and humankind. With that, the Dino-Human War came to an end, and peace was finally declared after 10 years of strife. Of course, there was the matter of rebuilding and dousing all the fires still burning, as well as what to do with all the bodies and... Wow, that actually made me yawn in real life. I should probably care about Procklin's lecture, since history has extremely strong cultural connotations, but man, is it boring. Ahead of me, Olivia has returned to her default sullen, deflated gloom. She's not glancing back at me, so she's probably over whatever that was. Or she still doesn't know I'm here. Boy, will that be entertaining to see. assuming I don't end up with a mechanical pencil jammed through a lens. The other students are similarly bored, only occasionally marking down something whenever it looks like it'll be on review sheet at the end of the week. There is, of course, no more note passing today. Miss Prockling's effusion yesterday must still be on their minds. There won't be any more chances given, and even though she doesn't seem threatening on her own, consequences will be dire. Especially if she can call Sully over like her personal enforcer. There's simply no getting around it. This is just a period where we'll have to sit through. And there isn't even any solidarity to be had in our shared misery. It's simply the reality of the high school history class. The only saving grace is that she isn't stalking around the room looking for us to do something wrong. Instead, we're being lectured at. My hand mechanically copies down whatever she's written on the board. And while I should also be paying attention to what Miss Prockling is saying, I'm more than certain that we'll be reading the exact same things from our heavy textbook. So my eyes wander away from her, and the board scan over my peers, all equally as bored and feigning interest. Eventually, there's a bit of movement ahead of me. What's she up to now? Olivia folds a sheet of notebook paper back and forth and discreetly creating a deep crease. She then licks her fingers, runs it along the crease, and gently pulls. She's making origami. The paper rips along the seams silently. Oh, is she really risking it? What's she even got to gain? It's just a note passing game. Maybe she feels bad because she got caught yesterday. Oh boy. Olivia passes the note to her left. The student next to her raises an eyebrow but surprisingly takes the note and immediately passes it on without looking at it. One by one, the classmate passes the note along to the next. Nobody dares open the note and write something in it. I surreptitiously keep track of the note in the corner of my eye as it makes its circuit around the room. Thankfully, Mrs. Prockling's eyes are focused on the board when I feel a tap on my shoulder. I reach for my ear as to give it a scratch, and the folded page is pushed into my waiting fingers and against my ear. As I feel an edge grind against my earlobe, I chew my lip to keep the hiss of the pain contained. Ouch. Probably unintentional, but a paper cut still stings bad, especially on such a fleshy part. My fingers toy with the bundle of paper now on my desk. No one else had bothered with it. I wouldn't exactly call it an empty canvas, but there could be potential here. There's a crumpling noise between my fingertips. Must have unfolded it while I was thinking. Looking at the soul doodle on the sheet, I see a pretty simple rat drawing with a very realistic hand next to it giving the thumbs up. Aw. There's plenty of space this time. Mrs. Prockling is preoccupied at the front. I doubt she'd even notice. Temptation is there, making my fingers itch at finally getting a real chance to do some fun in this sleep-inducing class. In fact, I have the perfect idea in mind that catch Olivia's attention. If that doesn't ruin everything, that is. She's not uncompassionate, but Miss Prockling has a lot less tolerance for horseplay in her class. We probably wouldn't get another chance. And going by Coach Soli's one chance policy and how these guys aren't even considering playing along, I bet it really wouldn't be pretty. Kind of makes me concerned for Olivia. I could just hold on to the note and give it back after class. Heck, Olivia would never know. Would never even know. I don't think she even knows I'm in this class. And my mouse just died, hang on. Everybody that I care about is dying. Draw the Gator girl on a half pipe. What's life without a little bit of risk? I wait for Miss Brockling to start a new tangent to make sure I have enough time. She said something about the single continent movement. Time to move. This is gonna be basically a stick figure, but it's just a doodle. If only you could doodle a photograph. I'm not sure what I mean by that. I also don't know how to draw a wheelchair. In the end, it looks more like an abstract depiction of a bow-legged T-Rex than what I wanted. Oops. It'll have to do. I check it over one last time as if I had the conceptualization to improve it. Ah well. I pass the note forwards carefully to not notify the teacher. Olivia... Wait, is she in front of me or is she at the corner? Olivia takes the note over her shoulder once more, not checking it. She seems deflated a bit on opening the note, probably because of all the blank space. Doesn't look like she recognizes whatever I did either. Maybe I should just talk about it with her after class. I don't know, seems like an okay thing to do. She just passes the note again. What? Once more, the process of students taking the note and passing it along without looking at it. Although this time, it's a little more collectively annoyed. It probably won't go around again. Why the heck would Olivia send the note around again? Nobody's gonna change their mind and draw something now. Is it desperation? Thoughtlessness? Whatever it is, the note's coming my way again. Once I take it, I confirm that yes, once again, nobody else wrote anything. However, there's a new doodle of a rat with a flamethrower from Olivia. Cute. Alright, guess this time I'll draw. How about adding myself to the sketch? Adding myself to the sketch of the half pipe. This time I just depict myself as a stick figure. No use trying to go out my skill level for a note passing game. It's simple enough to do. I even include my sunglasses. Yeah, the only iconic part of me. Yeah, I'm liking this. Maybe I should also make Miss Brockling isn't looking my way. Make sure Miss Brockling isn't. Okay. Yeah, she's not right now. I'm in luck. Alright, time to pass it on. I pass the note forward once more. Olivia pinches the note between her fingers, still not looking back. I keep saying that, but I guess it's not weird. Why would you look back in that situation? She checks the notes and looks a bit down again. She glances up at the corner I'd drawn in. I nearly fall out of my seat from the sudden loud noise. There's a moment of unwavering silence before a voice speaks up. Miss Halford? The girl in question shrinks in her seat in embarrassment. Sorry, Miss Brockling. I, saw a spider. Miss Brockling simply sighs, muttering to herself and turning her attention back to writing more notes on the board. She turns her head back slowly, just enough to be able to make eye contact with me. Hello. While she eyes me with judging contempt and curiosity, I see her hand is tenderly massaging the tip of her tail. Look at the floor. I think she managed to chip the linoleum. As soon as Miss Brockling turns around to continue teaching, Olivia scribbles something down. She turns to look at me once more, hesitating. Then she flicks the note out in my direction. It completely misses me. I try to catch in midair, but end up slamming my face onto the desk to get it. Why? Ow. Mr. Nito, what was that noise? The what? I palmed the note into my sleeve and trying to keep my injured eye open. Uninjured eye open. The teacher probably meant the foot stomping. I, found that spider, Miss Prockling. Killed it. The teacher grimaces. That better be cleaned up by the end of the class, Mr. Nito. Yes, ma'am. What? Is it my fault? I breathe a sigh of relief as my excuse for Miss Prockling, as my excuse weathers Miss Prockling's stare. She turns a few pages in a textbook lying at her desk, instructing the class to do the same as she searches for something. She's distracted. I can finally see what Olivia drew. There's now a surprisingly detailed dodgeball whizzing towards my stick figure's head. Wow. I want to be upset, but I find myself admiring her motion lines. Seriously, she had to be an animator. I mulled over what to add, and settle on giving the largest rat sunglasses. Wait, giving the large rat sunglasses as well. A few seconds later, he looked twice as cool as before. I look up to Olivia, pondering how to get back to her, when a sinister idea comes to mind. Her hood hangs open as it rests on her back. It's a tough shot, but... Bingo! Olivia scratches the back of her head and finds the note. She looks back with squinted eyes, judging my intent and scanning me for foul play. She mouths something at me. A question, I think. But I'm not the most apt lip reader. Especially when said lips are thrice as long as humans. She said fucker. Or she probably just said really. Still, she unfolds the page and seconds later, she already added a new sketch and folded it up. Note lands neatly on my desk this time, and I inspect the latest edition. More rats doing decidedly not rat activities. I wonder what she'd think of a cat this time. Continue passing the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding to others. Hey Kura, one of these days we should do a Volcano High stream. What? Where did this come from? What do you mean we? You actually want to do a stream with me? We. Yeah, I know, we. You and me. But what do you mean? If you're talking about Snoot Game, then, I'd really have to think about that one. I just finished it, and it's a really, really good game, but it is very, very vulgar. It's got a lot of dark humor in it. And the worst ending D, I don't even know if it's something I can show on Twitch or even YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's not something I could show on YouTube. But Twitch, I don't know. If it's Goodbye Volcano High, the original game, then no, I'm not. No. I even looked at it, even the like art and everything for it just looks... Even if it is a parody, I think the guys that did Snoot Game did a lot better versions of the characters from Goodbye Volcano High. Plus, Volcano High uses that crappy like CG animation. I hate that. I don't even know what it's called. It's kind of like what Beastars has a little bit. I don't like it. Plus, I've heard a lot of shitty things about it. And again, it's got certain things in it that I don't exactly agree with, so. But yeah, I was thinking of streaming this game with a whole bunch of friends where we could get together and do the voice acting. Only problem is, I don't know how many friends I have that actually like this game. And if we did it, we'd have to kind of be able to put all of our focus into it. It could be like once every week, but I'm not asking for it to like be every day, but it would have to like at least be once a week and at a certain time. You would have to script roles for certain characters. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. I've wanted to do that with this, but I don't know if any of my friends have this game or not, or even like it. Plus it's on a Monday, and I'm pretty sure everybody's working. Especially Gray. Like you, I'm sure you're working. I don't know, I'll figure something out. We continue... I'm working. Yeah, I know, I figured he'd be working. That's what I'm saying. We continue passing the sheet back and forth, adding new sketches and adding to others. My fingers are starting to tire when Miss Prockling addresses Olivia. Alright, Miss Halford, you may leave now. Everyone else, you may take the last 5 minutes to start on your homework. Olivia takes her time to pack away her supplies, occasionally glancing my way. Gone is the paranoia. It's now become just a plain confusion. As if I wouldn't play the doodle game thing with her. Even as she wheels out of the room, I notice her eyes still on me. I give her a wave goodbye and she seems shocked by that, turning her head and finally passing through the doorway. Right then, homework. Ah, crap. It only now occurs to me that there's a pretty good reason the teacher doesn't want us slacking off during class. For the last 5 minutes, I try to speed read the second chapter in its entirety, failing to get any good information to use for today's homework. I resolve to just check online for a lecture that's not as boring. Maybe one with some good animation even. With the rest of us are finally excused, I realize that I've still got a page full of doodles. Considering all the stuff on it, I feel like it's just a waste to toss it away. I decide to keep it, slipping into one of my binders. Extra protective sleeves. With everything safely packed away, I shoulder my backpack and exit the room. But yeah, if I had friends helping out with this, I would have really appreciated it. Granted, I would still have to voice like all the inner thoughts and everything in Anko, but it would still be a bit off my shoulders. Man, now I get why Olivia gets to leave some classes early. The halls are so packed and chaotic once class ends. I always end up being pushed around by rowdy students headed towards their next classes. Once school ends, it's even worse. When I saw it yesterday, it was something else. The word Riptide comes to mind. I ended up just waiting around for a few minutes for the flow to die down. It's looking like that's just going to be my routine now. I pass by a few more art displays on the way to the stairs back down to the first floor. This isn't the art wing, but there's still a bunch of displays up. Maybe there simply isn't enough spaces. Something presses into my chest and lurches me to stop. Oh, whoops. It's Olivia, holding an arm out to stop me. She's still staring up at me, though less suspiciously. Her jaw is open, but no sound comes out. She realizes her hand is still out and retracts it awkwardly, indecisively darting between her hoodie pocket and her armrest. Was she expecting something? Oh, the note maybe. Hey, You could have told me. Huh? That you were in Miss Brockling's class too. You could have mentioned that. Sorry, I guess I was sort of aiming for a bit of a dramatic reveal there. She brushes her hair aside. Well, whatever. Later, I guess. Why'd you stop me out here? She stops her chair mid-turn with gray eyes contemplating the dirty floor. I don't really get you. Olivia's eyes turn back to me. I know I can see the nervousness in her pupils. Why do you care? Why indeed? Well, I guess the main reason is I want to be friends. With me, though? Sure. This isn't Kingdom Hearts, Inko. It doesn't work like that. Those tiny moments in which I saw the Gator girl hyperanimate. What's that mean? Hyperanimate come to mind, and I can't help but smile. Those small shows of just genuine feelings. I think Mr. Ikonen was right, honestly. Olivia hums in disagreement, finally turning away. Ah, crap. Maybe that was too forward for me. I swing my backpack around so I can reach inside it. I, still have that note. Note? What, with the doodles from class right now? Why? Just figured you'd want it. It was fun filling it out and all. Just as I'm about to pull the binder, so I'm about to pull out my binder, the Gator girl looks back at me and shakes her head. It's just doodles, you can throw it out. Keep it. If it's so important. For the briefest second, I swore I saw her mouth form a tiny smile. But now she's back to looking neutrally at... Huh. Didn't notice the school had elevators. Why don't more people use it? She blasts a key from her pocket. So it's part of her accommodations. Makes sense. By now, the hallway is cleared up a bit. The elevator arrives and Olivia rolls in. She moves her arm to push the button and jams the key in the slot. What's the look for? You coming? Oh. I slide in beside Olivia just before the door closes. It's probably safe to catch your foot in and just reopen, but man, this thing is ancient. There's an inspection certificate lazily plastered above the door from the side. It's covered in coffee stains and other signs of age. Is this thing really safe? Olivia shrugs. What's the worst that happened? Our legs break? Ha 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 ha. She eyes me with a smirk. This may have been a mistake. My heart drops as the space around me seems to drop for a split second. The sound of the worn-out elevator mechanics fills the cramped space. How slow is this thing? I look over to Olivia. She uses this thing daily. Surely it normally runs smoother. Her mouth hangs slightly open in amusement grin, watching my sudden onset claustrophobia. Relax, dude, this is normal. Alright, this is normal. This thing jostling around like it's going to drop us at any second is completely normal. When we reach the bottom, doors clunk open, and I practically fall out. Olivia casually rolls from behind. Somehow I sense it's in the degree of superiority. Okay. Anyway, see you later. Oh yeah, see you. Olivia rounds the corner and I'm left on my lonesome. My senses return to me and I start making my way to the metro station. As I make the journey home, it strikes me how much progress I made with Olivia. It's definitely still in an awkward phase, but I could see that she's opening up little by little. And it's starting to become amusing seeing her get confused by my friendly gestures. So how's everybody in the chat doing today? I know I keep asking, but I gotta keep asking. I want to make sure everybody's doing good. Make sure that everybody's, you know, enjoying my horrible reading. Liz and Ben sure were overreacting though. I'll be sure to tell them all about it. Rub it in their face. A week into September has come and gone, and I'm finally feeling acclimated to St. Hammond. Things have been going pretty smooth lately, if I do say so myself. Over the past week or so, I've been getting more and more used to my new friends, learning new quirks of them daily over lunch and in our classes. Like Olivia's penchant for tail whips. As I sit on the metro to school, my foot comes up to prod at the tender spot on my shin. I also learned not to borrow Olivia's stuff without asking. She usually tries to keep it to herself, even when we're partnered up, but I do my best to play nice. Not to say she's being rude or anything, just quiet. More and more, I kind of figured that part of her silence was just nerves. Accepting that silent faucet. Accepting that silent faucet. Is that what that is? I think we found some small understanding between us. Enough that I think she's starting to see me as a friend now. Among other things, Damien and Liz have given me their numbers. Or rather, Damien gave me both his and Liz's numbers. At first I thought that Liz would be mad that Damien had basically doxed her. But she didn't seem to mind when she explained his reasons. Yeah, he's just an idiot. I also got Ben's number since he figured we'd be doing a lot more team projects in photography class. My eyes roll over the past messages from my new friends. Became so engrossed rereading them that I nearly missed the announcement of my stop. I scrambled to get off the metro, the closing doors just catching my jacket and forcing me to yank it out before I'm dragged down its tracks. Not going to let that bring my mood down though. It's Friday, meaning after today comes the weekend. It's Friday, the 13th. It's a quick walk from the station, and I can see the school enter my field of view now. The school looks completely barren. Is it closed? Weird. I look around at some of the small stores that surround the school, the ones that are usually staffed by student workers. They're also empty. One of them has lights on, but it just looks like the manager is looking over some paperwork inside. I don't recall any announcement about holiday today, and while I admit I've forgotten what day it was in the past, I'm absolutely certain it's Friday. So where is everyone? Even the entryway to the school is barren. The door probably won't even open. Yep. Hello? I dance a bit in front of the camera watching the door. Does not respond. You know what? Damien wouldn't know what's going on. He's always full of good ideas. I flip through my contacts and find Damien's number. I put the phone to my ear and pray that he picks up. After a minute or so of waiting, the dial tone cuts off and is replaced by Damien's voice. Damien's handsome, handsome voice. Yo, yo, what up, Nico? Hey, Damien. I'm at the school right now. It looks like there's no one here. Know what that's about? Huh? What do you... There's a brief pause on the other end of the line. Oh, you're an idiot. Didn't you hear? Hear what? Today's the last warm day of the season, so everyone's celebrating. Celebrating? Yeah, we're actually having a cookout at my place today. So, but say, you want to come over? The generous but spontaneous offer caused me to hesitate for a moment to respond. Thanks for the offer, Damien, but it's alright. I wouldn't want to intrude on your guys' party. What? It's no big deal at all, dude. My folks enjoy the company, and there's gonna be plenty to eat, too. Plus, Olivia's here as well. I'm coming right over. Unlock the door. I'll be over soon. Saying no to the cookout? Weak. I don't know. I want to say he's an introvert, but he's mingling a lot better than I could. Okay, hang in there. I weigh my options. Either go to the party, or I could just take the metro back home and sit in my room doing nothing. Inky? Still there, buddy? Yeah, still here. Was just clearing my schedule. You sure it would be an issue? You don't have any plans. Go to the cookout. Honestly, if it were me, as much as I love cookouts, I probably would just go home because I am a huge introvert, and I don't know, I just like drawing a lot. Or there's always something at home for me to do on my computer. Don't boo me. Well, I feel like a ghost half the time to people. I'm not that far from being a ghost, being undead and all. Of course not, amigo. Ow. Oh, now you're starting to throw things at me. A friend of mine is a friend of the family. Well, alright then. Nice. I'll text you the address. See you soon, compadre. With that, the call ends, and not a few seconds later that I get a text notification. I have points and I ain't afraid to use them. I mean, by all means, they're there to use. I feel like Starry's the only one who uses those rewards down there. I wonder if that's a railroad. D-Man. Go the long way around the neighborhood. Doesn't chain his dog up. Well, the neighbor doesn't chain his dog up. LOL. Okay. Oh, what is this? Wait a minute. Actually, yeah, this whole thing does look a little bit weird. What happened here? You can see through the sides, the white part's peeking out. What the hell? Caveman on. Get your shit together. Google Maps. Okay. Huh. Looks like Damien lives pretty close to the school. Of course, it's a little longer, taking Damien's instructions, but I'm not about to try out running a loose dog with my physique. I'd kick the dog. Oh, better make my way over then. $611.89, $611.91. Ah, here it is. $611.93. Damn. Things are jamming now. The house looks standard for a house in this neck of the woods or neighborhood. It's a one-story place, but it looks pretty spacious. Definitely a family house. I walk up to the stone path to the front door and ring the doorbell. The grocery bag wrapped around my fingers is starting to chafe a bit. I could have just come right away, but it felt bad coming over empty-handed, so I got something for the party. A simple salad bowl from one of the local stores on the way over. Doesn't seem like much, but as my mom taught me, life is like a box of chocolates. It's courteous to come to a party with something. Actually, I realized how ill-prepared I look for an end of the summer celebration. With Damien mentioning a pool, everyone else must either be wearing casual clothes or swimwear. Meanwhile, here I am looking overly formal. Not like I could have thought to bring some swim trunks to school. Door swings open and out steps Damien. You go? Wow, man, you're crazy early. And you've come bearing gifts. Yep, here I am. I didn't want to come empty-handed, so I stopped by the store and got a salad. Aw, you didn't have to do it, dude. Seriously though, you really didn't have to. My family and I are carnivores. But thanks! Still, it's like, not even 10, man. Oh, you didn't give me a time, so... Nah, that's my bad. Still, since you're here already, come on in. Well, don't I feel silly? And for a slight second, my face just turns into a lollipop. Damien still accepts the grocery bag. We can dry this out and use this as fertilizer later. And chucks it off to the side somewhere. Come on, everyone's out in the back right now. He turns back, making for a slide door on the opposite end of the house. Following after, I barely have time to take in what I think is the living room and dining room. Aw, and they're Christians too. Look at that cross up there. Oh, whoops. There's a number of toys strewn about, foam darts, and loose game controllers. Damien opens the glass door and gives me a small push out of the house. Hey everyone! We've got us a guest today. Stepping out into the one deck, I'm surprised to see a pool in a yard. To the left of me, there looks to be an older, heavier set version of Damien.
Well, howdy there.
Hello, sir. I'm Ingo. He shifts the barbecue tongs from right hand to his left so that he can shake my hand.
Randy Payne. You could just call me Randy, though.
I hide the grimace as we shake hands, feeling what I'm guessing is very sticky marinade now claiming to my palm.
Didn't think someone would come this early. I just finished getting the good stuff all sauced up.
As soon as he lets go, he focuses back in the piles of different meats heaped up next to the grill. Meanwhile, I grab some nearby napkins to wipe the sauce from my hand. Oh, what's on the menu?
You. Let's see here. We got briskets, flanks, ribs, sirloins, tenderloins, top sirloins, bottom sirloins, rounds, and shanks.
That's a whole lot of cow.
By the way, I hope you like everything being cooked with propane. All marinated in my special mix of wet rub and dry rub seasoning.
Oh wow, that's a lot, Randy.
Yeah, me and Damien and Sophia will be doing this in shifts. If you're interested, I'll let you lend a hand too, if the missus doesn't rope you into carrying too much around.
Sure. Sounds fun. I've never actually grilled before.
It's not too tough, you'll see.
Now that I'm here, I can finally ask Damien the question that's been on my mind. Where's Olivia? Hey Damien, so I've been curious this whole time. What exactly is this celebration anyway? Oh yeah, I haven't told you yet. Well, you see, before Damien can properly explain, a motherly voice cuts him off. Damien, sweetie, you shouldn't keep your baby brother waiting any longer. At the mention of a younger sibling, a tiny Damien clone jumps over the deck railing and... acid punch! Oh god, why? Why? Benny! Look, bro. Just like from the Power Raptors. I told you I could do it. I'm so sorry, Inko. Vincent, this is why I don't want you watching those violent shows. Never safe, yeah. The younger Dino isn't listening. He's already run off to find another victim. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Just my pride. Was that really acid? Haha, no. But here, you should wipe that off. Now. I take the towel, hand it to me, and wipe off the spots on my pants from where Vincent had punched me. They'll have a sore spit, only gets more acidic after they reach puberty. Yeah, I brought that joke back. Oh no. I begin to rub away the spittle from my pants with a bit more urgency.
Thankfully, he's more me than his mother. Otherwise, you need a new pair of pants.
Wait, that's an actual thing? Brandy laughs. So, you must be Damon's new friend from school. Indeed I am. Damon's mom head pops up from the side of the deck with a tired smile. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for having me. Oh, I didn't know we'd have guests so soon. I would have cleaned up more. You could just call me Sophia, dear. What? Speaking of school, Damien told me that you were there. Why you be going there today of all days? You ain't right, boy. Honestly, I didn't even realize that today is a holiday. Usually I mark them on my calendar, but it must have flown over my head. Easily.
Ah, it's no worries. It's no worries then. It's mainly us dinos who celebrate it.
Yeah, Damien told me a bit about it, but I'm not sure I fully understand it.
In that case, I'll be more than glad to clue you in. It's called Summer's End, as today marks the last warm day of the season. After this, fall and winter start rolling in.
Huh. Interesting. Well, this'll probably make me sound stupid for asking, but how come you celebrate it?
To put it simply, the cold might be manageable for warm bloods, but not us reptiles. It's no bueno. So we spend the last day soaking in the sun and enjoying the warm weather before it starts getting chilly.
Ah, that makes sense.
And then we all hibernate. Next thing you know, everyone's wearing extra layers and putting up the heat lamps. Though it apparently used to be Ice Age levels of frigid back in my granddad's age, so I guess we can consider ourselves lucky. Otherwise, we'd be nothing but a couple of popsicles with our tails for sticks.
The patriarch lets out a laugh that's infectious as his son's. He wipes a tear away from his eye. Okay, come on, dude. That wasn't that funny. As he goes back to flipping the meat on the grill.
Anywho, we're gonna start cooking up the food, so make yourself comfortable.
Thank you, sir. I mean, Randy. While Damien's dad attends the grill, I move to the banister overlooking the pool. It's filled with a couple of aquatic toys and air-filled floaties. Man, I wish my place had a pool. Well, I do have extra jeans at home. Ruining one pair won't be a huge issue. Nah, second thought, it'd be real annoying to deal with drying off going home. I wonder how deep...
Surprise, motherfucker.
Ah! Ah! What the hell are you doing here? I was invited. Focus on her face, not the other thing. What the heck are you doing here? I live here, moron. Crap, right. Damien even told me on... What? Damien told me on the way, jeez. Anyways... No, really, why are you here? Nobody was at school when I got there. Huh. Yeah, I checked the doors and everything. They announced the holiday yesterday in homeroom. Didn't you hear it? That's what Liz... Wait. That's what Liz said over PA yesterday. I thought that was the school's anthem or something. Huh. No wonder everyone was staring as I saluted. Must have not been paying attention. But yeah, asked Damien what was up. He said there's some event going on and invited me. Olivia sinks a bit into the water, actually. Stupid question, but... Are you really okay to swim? There's that glare again. Of course, why wouldn't I be? Well, you know. Thankfully she gets what I'm saying. Sorry? She simply rolls her eyes. I like it in the water. I kinda wish I knew about all this earlier. I'd have brought my trunks. Ew, no. I'm not sharing my pool with you. What? Why not? Instead of answering me verbally, Olivia whips up some water at me like a large wave. Yo, Inko, come check this out! Olivia takes the opportunity to slink back into the water. Wait, what? What? Okay. I think she's doing weird versions of Dead Man's Float. Well, whatever. What's Damien yelling about? Yeah, Damien? Well, first my little bro has something to say to you. Sorry for giving you an acid punch, Inky. Looks like he taught his younger brother's sibling about my nickname, too. It's alright. Vinny! Vinny extends his hand for a handshake, though it's obscured by his sleeves. Oh, it's adorable. Yeah, secondly, we need a few chairs out here. We got some folding ones, but also some from the kitchen. Got it. They're cheap wood, not real heavy at all. After the stairs, we can do the table. After chairs, we can do the table together. I'll be pissed if that got dropped. Why? It's the only one we got. And after everything's set, we can play something fun, okay, little man? Vincent grins and bolts back towards the house. Damien chuckles and we both follow after the kid. Ah! The table drops a few inches. Table drops the few inches we were able to lift it, and with a hard crash back into the tile. I'd be worried about the cracks, but the floor is already pretty shattered around here from the years. This table must actually be their gold storage. And it's just painted to look like wood. That's the only explanation. Catch our breaths and give our strained muscles a moment to relax. Why can't Livia help us? She's super strong. Olivia's enjoying herself in the pool, bro. We don't want to ruin her time. We don't want to ruin her time. Her chair thing has wheels. We can use that. I think it might be a bit small. Ah, no fair. She's gonna go to her room soon. Why can't she help? Hey, come on. Not my friend, my guest, yeah? It's true, though. You don't know that. Come on. The Damien Mini-Me pouts. I think I got a better grip on the table. Let's try one more time. Okay, I'm ready. My body is ready. 1, 2... Wait. Huh? What's up? Oh! Mom must have been talking about the plastic table in the garage, not the dining room table. Oh, gosh, Damien. You're right. What? Guess we gotta haul this thing back into the dining room, fellas. Great. After getting the spaciously heavy table back inside, Damien and I carry the much lighter plastic one out the door. As I catch my breath, I notice the younger dinosaur gone. Maybe he ran off to do something else. Either way, I guess now's the time to ask. Hey, Damien. Yeah? What was that about Olivia going to her room? Huh? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry, yeah, An awkward silence fills the air for a few moments. It's just... she doesn't really stick around for family events like this, is all. Regular introvert stuff, you know? It's no big deal. Yeah, right there. Right there. And your parents are okay with that? Why wouldn't they be? She's her own person. Right. She usually makes appearances for food, though. Hey, speaking of food, you want to go check on the grill? Why? There's no way the food is done by now. I know, I just like the smell. Oh, alright then. Sweet, let's go. As we make our way over to where Damien's dad's meeting the grill, I catch a whiff of the spices and marinades applied to all the meat. Sophia's accompanying him, helping him to place the meat on the grill. How's it coming along, Pops? You making anyhow I like him?
You know it, son. Have a look for yourselves.
He steps aside and lets us gaze at the variety of barbecue set over the flames. The smell of it cooking and the symphonic sizzling sound has my mouth watering in seconds.
Good, right?
I'll say. Randy uses a pair of tongs to grab a piece of steak that looks halfway cooked.
The secret is that you gotta let these babies have some time getting seared on each side. That way, it really hones in the flip.
Splat.
Oops.
There's a bout of silence between everyone as we all stare down at the piece of the meat on the floor. And that poor, poor soldier.
It's not too ruined. Hey, Olivia, you want it?
A pair of eyes appear at the ledge of this pool. Sure, toss it in. What's this now? Randy proceeds to chuck the steak right into the air as one would do with chum to attract a fish. Whoosh. Jeez!
Anywho, Since you're our first guest, Cinco, you get the honor of getting choice picks. Which one you want?
Oh, I don't want to oppose anything.
Ah, nonsense. Besides, better get your picks in now before our guests arrive later.
Hey, think of it as payback for all the soda and chips you've been getting us. Come again? Why is it spears? Is it because of the mods that I got? I don't know. Well, yes, a burger is more convenient. I don't get to attend many family barbecue every day. A family barbecue every day. Excellent choice, Cinco. Want it rare, medium rare, or well done? Hey, Inko, go for the rare. Damon licks his lips as he says that. Rare? What the... Oh, carnivores, right. I'm pretty sure a raw burger would kill me. I mean, people do get stuff rare. I'll take my burger well done. Yeah, I'm sure you'll want ketchup with it too, huh?
Come on, Damon. One well done burger coming right up.
Yeah, don't judge me. And yeah, I will have ketchup with it. I love ketchup. Yeah, not gonna take any chances. Just saying, you're missing out, amigo.
I'm pretty sure your mother was just messing with him. We'd never serve that sort of thing to a guest. There's no way we could afford the soup.
Mr. Randy lets out a hearty guffaw as he lefts the burgers on the grill. Lefts? What?
It's alright, son. Though it may not look like it. Well, Caldera has its share of humans. From what I know, you guys can eat about anything, right? Raw meat aside.
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Must be nice to be able to just grab whatever's on sale at the market. Meat prices these days are getting pretty crazy.
I've seen some synthetic meat around. That might be cheaper. Why not try it out? Right there with you guys. My people. The grill. Sorry. There's one taboo I stumbled into head first. Noted. I, better change the subject before things get any more awkward. So, hey, Damien. I've been curious this whole time. What exactly is this summer end celebration anyway? Didn't my dad tell you earlier? It's like, it's the last day of the... Wait, it's the last warm day of the year or whatever. Yeah, I get that part, but why is it a holiday? That. Actually, I don't really remember either. Guess I should have been paying more attention at school. It's a bit concerning he doesn't know this much about his own cultures he's currently celebrating. Way to kill the vibe. Yeah, by bringing veganism into it. Actually, it probably doesn't even need a reason. What? Why would you? It's just the last warm day of the year. Any excuse to get together is fine in my book. Kid flumps down hard in the grass in the way only children can without shattering something. Ah! And we don't gotta go— Oops. Okay, there we go. And we don't gotta go to school. It's nice and warm, and we get to eat real good. I think those Mayans had the right idea. Vinny! Mayans? Yeah, hey, Inko, are you a
Alright, it's about ready. It's about time the guests showed up too, isn't it? They'll be here.
Oh, they'll be here in a minute. Oh, Olivia. Across the yard, Olivia continually drifts to the middle of the pool. Though a look came across her face upon hearing Damien's mom, and she began paddling towards the raised deck. Are you going on in soon? Yeah. Are you sure you don't want to wait until the others get here? Yeah, wait till the food's ready so we can all eat together. I'd rather not. I just have a lot of art stuff I have to do. Sorry. Damien's older brother steps out from the small deck. But you said we play sometime today. She tries to back her uncertain tone up with a shaky smile. Maybe later, Vinny. Have fun? She lifts herself from the pool and kneels atop her chair. What? We don't get to... What? We don't get to see... Oh, man. Okay, I mean, I'll show it afterwards. She lifts herself from the pool and kneels atop her chair. I'm confused at how her legs work, but my best guess is that perhaps they do above the knees. Turning about, her hands carefully set her feet down into the chair's footrests. Fully settled in the chair, Olivia rolls herself down the sliding back door of the house. I think the table is just about set. Now we really are just waiting for the others. Damien, has your friend texted you at all? Yeah, Liz said she'd be here about now. Oh, it's Liz? Nice. She's bringing her uncle too.
Oh, snap, that's nice. I'll bust out the brewskis then.
In fact, Damien shields his eyes and looks upwards behind me. I turn too, but at this angle I can't see anything. Yeah, they're in the front yard. I'll go get them. Damien rushes through the back door into the house. A moment later, he emerges again, as if to show off the new guests. Come on, don't make it weird. Oh, that's her. Come on, don't make it weird. All right. Well, we're gonna leave that on a little cliffhanger. So I'm gonna save it here. All right. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna turn like the mods off because I think they're like conflicting a little bit. But yeah, there were this one was supposed to be in there, but it didn't show up for some reason. I wonder why. Or maybe it's a later thing, I don't know. But here you go. Here's something that was supposed to show up. Eye candy for y'all. So keep going. What do you mean keep going? It's past 12. I gotta call tonight. Sorry. We'll just come back to it later, and we'll see what happens. Or you could just get the game and play yourself. That's even more encouraged. But yeah, I really hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm enjoying it, but it really is taking a stairs respectfully. At me or at the eye candy art here? Anyway, it's taking a bit of a toll on my voice, so I'm wondering if maybe I should cut these events back like an hour, because it's a lot different from when I play anything else. I don't know. I'll talk it over with everyone else and see if maybe they want to do something like this. I can't promise anything though. If we could do it, that'd be cool. If we did do it, I hope everybody would be okay though, because it'd be like a really sudden tone and shift with all the voices and everything. So okay, but alright, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys did, then please take a nice big bite out of that follow button. And until next time, you guys have a wonderful night, sleep tight, and don't let the vampires bite. I'll just leave this going for like another minute. I know you guys are looking. Don't lie. I am too.